All right. You are light. All right. You're light. You are light, right? We came from the stars. The stars blew up. Eventually, they became us. You are light. We are light. Light energy. Stars. Babies from the stars. Children of the stars. It's pretty amazing. We're more amazing than we give ourselves credit for. We're more amazing than we know. So, we're pretty bad at citizenship in America and around the world. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why we're so greedy. Now, the founders of America, the founding fathers, talked about self interest, and they knew this idea of self interest, and we have to protect the government, the people, the country from people of self interest becoming the leaders and taking advantage of everything. And they would say that they themselves weren't angels and had self interest as well. And I think, being manipulated by media that's owned by very rich people that would just as soon us be ignorant and compliant and not fight against concentrating wealth, that's an issue too. But if we're used as fools, it's our fault because God made us, or the Great Spirit made us, or the stars made us with these brains so we can think, we can comprehend, we can understand somewhat. We can choose to not do that. And I'm not political. What the hell does that mean? Politics decides everything. What kind of roads, what kind of schools, what kind of education, what kind of jobs, what kind of income, what kind of housing, what kind of pollution, what kind of honor, equality, desecration. So, anyway, let's become better people, become better citizens. Global climate change is destroying so much. It's creating, you don't have to say it's creating these storms or the weather. It's not creating, it's just making it worse. Extreme. Weather extreme. There was a terrible flood not too long ago, and they said it's 1,000-year flood. What the hell does that mean? 1,000 year? Come on. We have changed the climate. It's the hottest summer in 100,000 years last year. Maybe it's hotter this year. Our December was pretty warm here in Arkansas. It was almost not like a winter. January is kind of cold, but winter's, almost over. A few more weeks. And some of these right-wing Republican, who was it, the guy's name? Rush Limbaugh? The earth is too big for us to, these people, climate change. The climate's always changing. We can't affect the earth. It's too big for us. Well, there's 8,200,000,000 people now. So many burning gas in their cars. So much coal being burnt so we can have electricity. Natural gas burn. We like eating meat and the methane that comes from the cows, or I'm guessing that it comes from other meat sources that we promote. So we're really bad at loving nature. our home, Mother Earth. Or when Jesus said the greatest commandment, love God and love each other. Isn't loving God loving the earth? If God made the earth with all this diversity, beautiful harmony and balance, shouldn't we protect that, respect that, honor it? We're not doing that. So right now there's terrible fires in the Los Angeles area. It's been very dry, and I think they did have some somewhat wet years. It's been a drought for a long time, and as they said, when the wet years come and things grow, well, then when it gets drought again, that's more things to burn. So, in the winds, the Santa Ana winds up to 80, 100 miles an hour, so you get the fire going, and then you get these winds pushing it, and I believe the fire department used all the water in this one area. It's out around 3 a.m. in the morning, and that's when the fire got even worse. And we're trying to deal with this as a people. We are a people that care about each other and come together because we're good-hearted. I think down deep we're good-hearted. We can be self-interested too much, and we need to watch that and promote goodness and love and equality and harmony. But we're trying to deal with the calamity, the catastrophe of the fires right now. Deal with this fire and help get it out and save people's lives and houses. But now, what is Trump doing? The president-elect. He's blaming people. Hey, it's this governor. He tried to protect a fish instead of having water there, and he did. He did that with Biden when a terrible flood happened in, was it North Carolina? A beautiful little town got destroyed because of the hurricane that came up. And what does a hurricane become? Anyway, it becomes more of a flooding event rather than a wind event. And he's blaming Biden. He's not giving things to the Republican area. So this guy maybe is the most immoral person I've ever seen. The idea of blaming everybody like he is a hero. What did Jesus say? Easy to see the dust in your neighbor's eye, not the log in your own. Or I think it was called mote, M-O-T-E, but I think a mote is a big stick or a log. Now the Buddha said that too, 500 years before that. He said, give thought to what you do or what you do not do, and not what someone else does or doesn't do. Trump is the great blamer of other people, the evil people. He likes, what did he call it, enemies of the state? Enemy from within? Hateful. He's a very hateful man because he thinks it serves his purpose. He looks better if you hate these people. Hate, hate, hate. We're in the middle of a terrible fire. And what does he have to say? Hate. America has done a terrible thing. America made this terrible mistake. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. You re-elected the most immoral, dishonest, dishonorable person that you could have. I don't know what you expected. Don't expect a person to save us. You're going to save us. Democracy is going to save us. The common people are going to save us. The same people that built this country and help it go every day. You want a hero. It says, make America great again. But all the tax cuts that go to the rich make it less equal. The rich are getting richer, and he's one of them, right? He cuts his own taxes. You figured that out, haven't you? they give you this stuff over here. Trans, the boys want to be girls, want to go in the locker room, and you think that is a bigger issue than the rich and the poor, and the declining middle class, and the cost of housing? Now he did try to go into that area for a little bit, saying, you know, groceries are too high. I'm going to bring down groceries until he got elected. Once he got elected, he said, you know, it's not that easy to bring down grocery prices. Hmm. You know, you elected this guy. He's not even in office yet. He's saying he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. He may want to take over Canada, a sovereign country, democracy. He may want to take over Greenland, sovereign country, democracy. He's not only ignorant and immoral, he's disgraceful, he's shameful. We have to be good people. There's no other way. There's no other path. We have to be good people, no matter who's president, and we can do that. But we just made it a hell of a lot harder than it should be. Now, instead of moving toward goodness and light, we're going to have to just fight against the darkness and the wickedness of greed and corruption. We're making the challenges we have harder than they should have been. All right, let's go.